And guys, this is a review on it, and they have sent us the higher end variant that comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM and is at 50,000. So let's open this up and have a look. A pretty long box, I have to say. So here we don't have anything over here. We have the phone itself over here. This is in the black color, but they also have some new colors, and I feel those will look a lot more attractive. But anyways, this is what we have. Mirror finish back. I'll just keep that to the side for now, and let's open this up. And we can pull this, and looks like something is there inside this one. So might be the paperwork, and our SIM ejector tool is here. I'll just keep that. In fact, a lot of stuff, they say Red Cable Club. It's actually a card. I'll just keep that to the side. And then we have so the SAR value rating, it says here, and it says India's SAR value is 0.92 and body is 0.83. So that's the SAR value. And some, again, plastic recycling or whatever. And wow, so sort of a sticker, I'm assuming. And we have a quick start guide also. So a lot of actually material. I didn't expect this much material. Written in a very tiny font, as you can see. Safety information, and again invite letter. It's by Pete. So let me keep all these things to the side, and let's see. So we have the WAP charger, and now they're giving a 30-watt charger, so that's nice. And I don't know why this is covered in such a fancy box. Looks like this never settled, as you can see. So let me just remove this. You can easily remove this one, and let me also keep that to the side. Big box in this. So yeah, that's what we have, nothing else. So let me keep these things to the side. So here is the handset itself, and let me give you a physical overview. Again, in terms of build quality, the build quality is nice. The back layer and this is metallic, guys. We have a secondary noise cancellation microphone over here and antenna bands, and over here we have that alert slider, which I always like. And we also have the power on off button. Bottom will be the speaker vents and the Type-C port, and your SIM card slot will be over here. Let me just open this up, pop this out. That you are getting, again, no expandable storage like every other OnePlus device. And on this end, we just have the volume rocker. Back, we have a triple camera setup. Anyways, let's just try to power it on. And by the time it's having a 6.55-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED screen. It's a 90 Hz display. It's backed by Gorilla Glass 5. It's powered by the Snapdragon 865, which is 5G capable. Adreno 650 GPU. RAM will be 6, 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM in India, and 128 and 256 gigabytes of storage. Moving to the camera, it's a triple camera setup. 48 megapixel is the main, 16 megapixel is ultra wide, 2 megapixel is macro. Front facing camera is a punch hole, 16 megapixel. We also have stereo speakers, in-display fingerprint scanner, and a 4300 milliamp hour battery with a 30-watt fast charger. It's typical Oxygen OS clean. You have your app tray over here, and the good thing is that not a lot of junkware is installed, just a couple of devices, and this is the default theme that you get. And this is typical Oxygen OS clean. You have your app tray over here, and the good thing is that not a lot of junkware is installed, just a couple of apps that are sort of pre-installed, that I won't say junk, so that's still nice. I've installed some apps like AirDroid, etc. And again, you have the quick toggles over here, and these are we also have the Zen mode and the reading mode. The screen recorder is also over here, and if you go over here, this is familiar interface that you're getting. And this one, if I go over here to the display, as you can see right now, if I go to the advanced mode, the refresh rate is set to 90 Hz. So this is on 90. You can go back to 60 Hz if you want on this one. Let's just keep it back. And I'm using the full screen mode. And the screen calibration, I haven't changed it a little bit. By default, it's vivid, so it's a little bit on the cooler side and punches up the colors a little bit. If you don't like, you can go to the natural, or you can actually set it over here. So let's just go back, and again, typical Oxygen OS, as you can see, as I've told you, I played around it with it for some time, and this is that 256 gigabyte variant, and out of that, about roughly I'm getting look over here, and it again technically does not have that always on display, but if you just tap, you get this, and this is the in-display fingerprint scanner. Again, as you can see, let me show you, really fast. Again, this was not a problem even earlier OnePlus devices, so same thing, but still we don't have a proper always on display. If you pick it up or something, phrase, the main camera is a 48 megapixel, then we have a 16 megapixel that's ultra wide, then we have a 2 megapixel that is for macro, and a front facing camera is again a 16 megapixel. And if you look at this one, a typical OnePlus interface, that hasn't changed a little bit, like this, and this is that wide angle lens, and this is the 2x zoom is not digital, guys. This is just sorry, that's digital, not optical, as you can see. So you can get away with it, but again, I would say avoid if you want. Just take like this, and we have all the modes over here: portrait mode, the nightscape mode, pro mode, and all those things. And video mode is there. It zooms in a little bit in the video, but that's what it is. And let's go back to the photo mode, and this is the front facing camera. Again, because of the processing, it's very fast. Even in portrait, as you can see, it's really fast. So let me do one thing. Let me actually show you the sample snaps that I've taken with this one. These are some of the sample shots taken outdoor, and as you can see, it does actually a pretty good job, and the color reproduction is very good. This was taken in the wide angle mode, and here I used the 2x zoom option. Some more samples, and again, look at the color and the contrast. Here I felt that OnePlus did a very good job in post-processing. These were some of the close-up macro shots that I took, and here also I would say the results that we got were actually pretty good.